Hey guys, and welcome to yet another LP. Today is episode 2, and we're going to do some talking in this episode, hopefully, because, there really isn't any plans so far. But you could see that I'm in a swamp. While I was walking around, exploring, doing some mining, getting this kind of inventory look that everyone does, made a diamond pick to get some obsidian to teleport somewhere else, because I was just in a desert, but I ended up finding this place. So, I was thinking, should I build in a desert? No, I already did do that. Here, let's actually find a good place to put this. Oh, and I have a beautiful place for it to be. And it'll be right in here, the witch hut. So, I was walking about, found the swamp, found the witch hut. Pretty cool, but this place is pretty far out, 2,000 blocks. So, I was thinking, maybe I should build in a swamp. We could do some cool things there. We can build. Now, everyone's seen a witch hut place, or how it. We're gonna do this now. Everyone's seen people like Doc M, JL, and all of them do this, and build the farm and everything, the witch farm. And I've never done that. The only big farm that I've built, besides just a regular spawner, a nice looking spawner, is an Enderman farm. I designed one on the Vortex server, well, with some help with Lars and Orb, but I pretty much did all the work in vanilla. And I made one in my old single-player world that's long gone. I actually made one probably 12 layers. I picked the worst spots to make just a simple underground, tiny base. Alright, well, here's man-made creeper hole. Let's just go right here. See, I don't want to build a tiny little base there and it ends up becoming a larger thing because I have so much storage and I don't want to move it, and then I end up doing construction on that, all that crap. So we want to get in a nice spot. So let's do it here. Just want to build a 3x3 hole and have a nice kind of cool entrance to it. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, witch farms. Everyone does that. So I hopefully, if this series is still going on and I actually do it, and do this along Vortex, which is going to be a challenge, doing 2 Let's Plays of Minecraft, vanilla Let's Plays, on 2 different servers. That's going to be pretty difficult. So I know Etho does it. So I kind of want this series to be, it's inspired off of what Etho does, and I'm sure every LP is, because that's how I found out about, or at least he was the first Minecrafter that I watched, Etho. So here, I need to do some cleanup. Let's make the 7 just odd numbers. Or no, we'll go down 7 and then we'll go down 3 more. So we have 3 high roof. So this is 7. Yeah, and then we'll just go 3 more. These 2 get dug out. Alright. So, yeah, it's inspired off of Etho. Etho always does cool stuff in his LP. He's a god at redstone and I'm definitely not. So the whatever witch farm I use is probably going to be a replica of someone else's. And of course we'll build that together on camera or however I decide to do it, if I do it. But I also want to add some cool things. Etho always sort of invents his own mob farms and give it his own personal touch. So maybe I can do some kind of mob farm on top of the witch farm and get some kind of cool rig going. I think that's possible. I've made mob farms before, and I think that would be cool. I'm sure people have done it, maybe on video, maybe not, maybe on the side. I know on the Vortex server, Mivoda is pretty much on the server most of the time now, and when Lars gets back, when we have Snapshot, I'm sure people are as well. He has a AFK fishing farm, a witch farm, which is 100%, complete. Let's do this for now. 100% complete, and he has 4 iron golem farms, which I believe he had help from Cryo doing that. So that's like what I want to do, except I'm putting a mob farm, and maybe we can put some other stuff too. So I want to do cool stuff like that and something interesting for the day. So once we get into this series, again, if I do, like I said in the first episode, I'll pre-record the first 3 episodes, which if you guys are seeing this, it's obviously out. I'm kind of just saying this for myself. But if I decide to do this series, and once we get to episode maybe 12, 15, or whenever we get comfortable or we could just do stuff, then that's when we should start, taking the not crazy suggestions, but some fun stuff that we can do on this map. I also like the swamp because it's a cool. You can build some cool stuff in the swamp, from hobbit holes to cool trees to spooky areas, and I think the spooky areas would be cool because you can get a nice little swamp look going. All right, let's just do this for now. Okay, I know it's pretty ghetto. Can we just light this up really quick? Okay. So I have no idea when I want to start construction on that thing. Probably for the most part, the wood farm is just going to be. All right, we need chests up in here. Need a chest. We'll just put 2 chests right there. Crafting bench. Very, very simple. All right, nope, that's going to look like something else. Let's not do that. So, chest. Okay. So, yeah, I really don't know what to say now. That's kind of all I wanted to say. But as for the summer schedule thing, I have it sort of written down right here. I know you're looking at my inventory right now. I'll go through quickly. I think it's a modified version of what I told you last time. I don't know if I'm going to do this. It's like when I say to myself, I'm going to read a book. It usually never happens. And I just end up not reading it or procrastinate or do something else. So, we'll see, I guess. So, let me just make a few more chests. There we go. Okay. And that still looks like you know what, but you just can't be perverted. Alright. Just some chests to get us started. Alright, so here's my thingy. Also, the death counter got screwed up because I changed versions. Forgot to change it back to the snapshot. Ugh, that was annoying. Okay, summer schedule. Sunday, Vortex LP. Hopefully. If there's no snapshot on that server, then most likely it'll either be another video or no video. Monday is... I put Munder instead of Monday. Monday is tip video, like my daily tip videos, or something else. Tuesday is a random video or none, so probably my break day. Wednesday is the new single player LP, which is right here. That's Wednesday. Thursday is another tip video, daily tip or random tip video. Friday is building with DH. Hopefully we can get some cool stuff on that. Saturday is random video or plot review video on the van server, or just build review video. So that's what I'm hoping for. Let's put all this crap in here. Alright, just take all of it. Alright, so we're going to need you, we're going to need you, we're going to need you, we'll probably need you. I want to take you and plant you. Let's just cook all this crap. Yes. No. Yes. Okay. Okay. Cool. Ghetto setup. I know. I know. Spam clicking. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I hope that schedule works. Again, it's like me saying I'm going to read a book. Maybe you guys too have that sort of philosophy. But it's hard to stay on a schedule with my channel. I usually upload every other day or every day if I'm really in the mood. Or, you know, I upload 2 days and don't the next day. It's very weird. Sometimes I just don't want to upload because I'm just bored that day and want to do something else. You know, that's my choice, so I do what I want. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to wait for this to cook, and I will be right back. And this place will probably look a little bit better. And it does. Not a huge change, but this is what I do in all my single-player worlds, is just do some kind of tiny little modifications around, have a nice, neat system. Small, not too large, not too small. But it's nice. You got an anvil, you got your crafting bench, you got all this crap here. Let's check. Okay, some time has passed behind that that clip that you just saw. I actually went caving, and it's actually a few days. School gets in the way a lot of the times, and also a lot of other stuff. I have a lot going on. Someone hired me as a builder for their server, so I have to do stuff on that. But of course, that shouldn't stop me making videos, and that's sort of a side thing. But again, they hired me to do it, so it's sort of I have to go and do it, no matter what. Let's make some armor while we're at it. And we already have boots, but we don't have a helmet. There we go. Yeah, so I went caving a lot. And look at all the stacks of iron I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5. One more away from 5. Plus all this iron. Yeah. It's not very hard to get iron, honestly, but the diamonds and the gold, that's where it gets hard. Obviously, you guys know that. So, I guess we're good on that kind of stuff right now. We're about 10 minutes in the episode. Ooh, we gotta go in our bed. I put the bed in the, whatchamacallit, in this place over here. I set one of my mouse keys to F3A and then F3. It does that, so it clicks F3 and A at the same time, and then F3 again to reload the world, because the snapshot chunk errors are really bad. It's not me recording because it works, and when I go to 1.7.9, of course, you definitely don't want to do that. A warning for you people out there. If you have Snapshot World, you started it on Snapshot, or even if you're just going to Snapshot, don't go back, because your inventory will get screwed up, and that actually happened to me on this world. I didn't have much on me, but still, not the best thing in the world. So I just want to cover this up, because it's ugly. Okay. When I was caving, I did a lot of lighting up, because it looks like we're going to have to do that. Because like I said, I want to change this into a witch farm. There's going to be 2 layers. Sort of just the regular mob witch farm that you see. And then I want to try and make some kind of mob tower above it, which shouldn't be hard. I mean, it's going to be directly above it for OCD reasons. Something on my screen. It's going to be right above it for OCD reasons. And maybe we can have like a tube coming down on either side. They drop down, and then they sort of go around the witch farm, because the witch farm's pretty large once you finish it, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be lit up, not just the caves but the surface as well. And I do not want to change this all to water, because I love the swamp landscape, and I definitely would like to build some kind of swampy builds around here. So what can I do to do that? You guys can send in your ideas through comments, pictures, whatever you have to do, but I already have a good idea. You can always have the glowing trees with the glowstone in the middle. You can have some secret kind of lighting. Just want to see. There's so much stuff to light up here. Plus, I need to get an X-ray machine. Yeah, and I don't want to spam torches all over the place, but I can do that, or I can just make sure it's daytime all the time. I don't know. But we'll see. If I spam torches, it'll be a lot easier than getting rid of all of this, but still, I don't want to do that. Let's go scouting. Let's scout some of the areas here and see what looks cool and what doesn't. Ooh, sheep. Yeah, see all these chunk errors? Alright. Yeah, you can see where I've been. I've been around. I lit up quite a bit, but definitely not all of it. Definitely not all. Alright, here, let's kill these guys. Whoop, swoop, swoop. Dead, 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 dead. Get. Alright. Forest. Alright, I hope that's out of the borders. I don't know how long or how large the witch farm has to be, like the perimeter of it. I forget. I'm gonna guess it's definitely not 151. It has to be more than that. 256 maybe? I'm assuming. 256, 256. Yeah, you guys tell me if you know. If anything, I can just look up a tutorial and figure it out. It's not too hard. See, look at all that. Comes in handy every once in a while. So what I was thinking about building here, you know, if we decide to build all the way around and all that kind of cool stuff, which I plan to have an underground base and... Ooh. More torches. I don't want to place the cobblestone there, but I have to. But I'll break it. Buy a cobblestone. Yeah, I really want to have a cool survival world, because I really haven't before. my bases always have been minimum, or I just never got around to, and I always built. Like I said, my largest farm was an Enderman farm, and the base that I had wasn't very cool, wasn't amazing. So I'd like to have a nice large world with nether stuff. And again, I plan to keep on playing on the Vortex server. I just got to find something to do on there because it is on Snapshot as well. Let's go down here, cook some stuff. I know I just said we'll check out the landscape, but not really much there. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, what was I talking about? Talking about this. Oh yeah, I want a cool world. I'm always seeing people put on Reddits their worlds and all that. They have a bunch of farms. They have their storage rooms and all that. And I always end up doing that on the servers, on the Vortex server. I always end up doing that there. So that's always fun. Okay, let's get that there. Oh. So it'd just be nice to have a nice huge world. Go to the Nether, and I have to go to the Nether to get to the end farm, to get to some kind of wither platform. I have an iron golem farm. That'd just be kind of cool stuff, and having a lot of cool contraptions that I've created, hopefully, if I end up getting good at redstone. Whenever I do redstone stuff, it's usually just a copy. And that goes for a lot of people. And it's still kind of difficult to do, because if you screw up on a redstone, you have to go back, retrace your steps, check everything, and it gets annoying after a while. But you do learn some stuff. Okay. See, I just end up going caving. Whenever I just go down to put some torches somewhere, I just go caving. Okay. And I jump. So yeah, school's almost over. I managed to get my finals week down to 3 days. So the last week of school, and it is Friday, almost midnight right now, so almost Saturday. It's a full week, Monday through Friday. Monday is a review day, which everyone does, and you don't really have to go. A lot of people just go in, quote unquote, sick, and don't come in, and I usually do that, but I have to because one of my classes isn't having a final, but we do have to do something on Monday, sort of wing a tiny little mini project that we did in class, and that will be our final. So then Tuesday through Friday, oh my god, these chunk errors. Tuesday through Friday is our finals, and each day has 2 of the class periods, 8 in total, 2 for the 4 days, 2 for each of the 4 days, and I managed to get 2 days off. One day because 2 of the periods are study hall, and the other day is because one of my classes didn't want to have a final, and 2, I asked my teacher if I could take one early, and he's letting me, so that's pretty awesome. So I have Wednesday off and Friday off. So pretty cool. I've never gotten to have a full day off on finals week. So having 2 is pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Again, as for this goes, I know what I want to do. As for farm wise and base wise, it's not really difficult to figure out what I want to do with the base, sort of. But I always noticed, like I said, I want to sort of, this is inspired by Ethos LP, because he'll always have some kind of cool thing planned for the episode. He'll have maybe some kind of new boat mechanic that he just figured out, or some bouncy slime blocks, and he'll just mess around with that. Or he has Wilson, that amazing redstone computer, which is really cool. Now, I'm not a huge redstone guy, but I can always try. But if there's anything cool that we can do, building, testing stuff on mobs or whatnot, shout it out, tell me. And it'd be a cool episode. Just a cool little episode every once in a while with some cool, unique stuff that you usually don't see. And Etho, again, is a perfect example of that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I'm gonna get this iron. So right now I'm just doing a little mock-up of the mob design that I want to do. Now, it's copying Ethos yet again. I've seen BOO use it. I've seen Etho use it because Etho created it. Etho used it many times. It's very effective. Pretty much what it is, I'm doing it right now. these little channels right here for water, obviously. The mobs spawn on this. You put a half slab in the middle, I think. Or you don't. You do something if you don't want spiders. Half slab in the middle. Let me see if I can get this right. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to have enough dirt. So here we go. I wish I could just go in game mode. I could go in game mode 1, but you know, it sort of defeats the purpose of vanilla survival. I think it's like this. Okay. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I don't know how many layers go on this, probably 12 or so. But there'd be one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. So yeah, that's that. And then a nice encasing thing around it. Water channels going through, all funneling down to this point. And you don't want to have this spawning platform down there because, well, they could just jump right up sometimes. Sometimes they won't. But B00 made that mistake in his building with B00 video. So I'm just going to do that right now. Have a little eyesore in the sky. And we can go to bed. Okay. I was actually thinking of doing a kind of funny daily tip video. And I've done one daily tip video that wasn't in Minecraft. And that's good because it actually was a tip. And, you know, I don't want that series just to be strictly Minecraft. Maybe it's RuneScape one day. Maybe it's some kind of Xbox game or some other game in general or real life or YouTube. So I was going to have a funny... That looks disgusting from up there. Okay. Let's try and spice this up a little bit. Can we? What can we do here? I guess we can get an enchanting room started. Because I did pick up some bookshelves. Or at least I think I did. I don't know if that's when I screwed up my... Yeah, don't have it anymore. That's sad. So yeah, back to tip video. I was thinking of doing some kind of funny one where how to comment well, or a guide for stupid people to comment well. Because I get a lot of stupid comments on my videos, present and past videos, all the time. And I see them, I laugh at them, sometimes I reply, sometimes I just laugh at them and don't reply. They're very, very funny and stupid, and they get me mad on how stupid people could be. For example, one thing that people don't realize when they comment, and whether it's true or not, they try to act like we care, like the person who's reading the comment or the video, like we care about how they did something compared to that video. For example, I didn't really explain that well. For example, let's say I did a whole segment of Minecraft tips, 20 Minecraft tips, which I've done before, and I got these comments on it before. I'll give you the example comment in a second. So I do all these tips. You know, none are like put a torch under gravel, you know, stuff like that everyone knows. But they're decent tips that some people might know, but you know, the average Minecraft player that's been playing for around a year probably knows it. What am I looking for? Stone. So here's the example comment. Oh, I already knew all of these. Or, yeah, I already knew all of these. Come on. And then dislike or something like that. That is the most annoying thing. Because some people don't know. Just because you know, I don't care about your supreme being mind that you know all these tips. Good for you. Do you need to comment that? No, because I really don't care. And that annoys me a lot. Also, another one. Whenever people upload the videos, try not to laugh, which are pretty cool videos until I read the comments and people say, oh, I didn't even laugh, or I didn't even get scared, or whatever. We don't care. We don't care if you didn't get scared. They comment that because they think I'm impressed because I read their comment. And some people actually didn't get scared or whatnot. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. We know you're God, you're Jesus, you're whatever you want to be. That just annoys me. That's my pet peeve with that kind of stuff. I just really, it's really annoying. I don't know if that's the same with you guys, but it's just very annoying. Yeah, put down in the comments below. Tell me. Just be careful what you comment. No, you can comment whatever you want. Because actually, comments do help the videos, so yeah, that's that. So whether someone comments something stupid about some guy being fat on the internet or whatever, it helps them either way. And there's many people that get a lot of hate for no reason on YouTube, and they're just laughing at the people who talk trash. So comments are a funny thing. Comments are very funny. I still don't know what I'm doing here. I know I gotta make books, but do I have leather? I know I killed a ton of cows, but I don't have any cows. Cows won't work. Alright, but I know I have this. So, on a journey we shall go. Which, this episode might be ending soon, so let me get this bucket and I'll be right back.